All right, so as always, we're going to record this, throw it on YouTube afterwards. Guys, welcome to the community update March 2022 recap. So this past month, I must say, has been a lot of things going on, right? A lot of things going on over the last month, some good, some bad. I'd say more good than bad, luckily, right? So we're definitely excited to share with you guys everything that's gone on from the payouts, from the updates that we're bringing to you, and to our additional team members. At this point, Matt, how long have you been working for? About a month and a half? Maybe a month and a half, 2 months. Yeah, so Matt's been on the team almost 2 months now. It's been flying by because you started February 14th. So I guess it's like about a month and a half. So Matt's been on the team a little while, but we've had quite a few people actually join over the last few weeks, and this has definitely helped us out quite a bit. So let's pretty much get into it. We're gonna give you updates on the growth, products, team, and development plans. If you guys have questions at all during the session, just post up inside of the chat. We'll take a look towards the end of the session, do like a little bit of a Q&A, and there'll also be a giveaway. We'll announce what the terms are on the last slide of the webinar. So it's pretty much just get into it. All right, so today's agenda, we're gonna just do a brief introduction. So we wanna start doing based on all of these community updates, we want to reiterate what is the actual mission of Funded Trader? Why did we start this? What are we trying to accomplish with everything that we're doing? Obviously, you guys see that we're working hard on this product. We're trying to be the absolute best that we can be. So we just want to go through kind of what is our mission? What are we actually trying to accomplish here? And we're going to go over that first. And then we're going to do new product releases, team expansion, stats and metrics, broker update and timeline. And then last, we're just going to talk about some good news, some good things that have happened over this past month. All right, guys. So it's actually so annoying. Zoom, like the participants and your video is like over the presentation. It's so annoying. All right. So introduction to the company. So our vision, as most of you may know, it's always been to provide the best possible industry leading opportunity for you guys, for traders to be successful, to gain access to additional capital. And this is also with the idea in mind for you guys to unlock financial freedom. So if you see some of our payouts, and it actually like struck me the other day how significant this is. Like the other day, someone said, I got a small payout from the Funded Trader. It was like $6,000, right? And this guy was like, I got a small payout. Now, $6,000 is a good wage. It's a good salary. You know, it's a decent level of income for 1 month. And maybe this person got 2 payouts that month because we're doing the biweekly payouts now. So getting $6,000 on 1 payout is like maybe not life changing, but in a way it could be. It's definitely going to impact your financial situation. And the fact that traders are saying that that isn't substantial, one, it's a testament to our funded traders and kind of what their personal standard is and what their expectations are. Like they're expecting to make 60 grand, you know, that's what the goals are and everything like that. So when I look at it, you know, the fact that some people, especially over the last month, we had a pretty big payout, like 88,000. I mean, that's what somebody's making in a whole year, right? So we are definitely creating financial freedom amongst our community, amongst the people in the funded group that are actually trading successfully. We're definitely providing an opportunity to achieve that financial freedom. And going along with that, we definitely believe anyone in the world can become successful trader, but it's not easy. You know, we're seeing it firsthand ourselves. People know for the most part what the pass rate kind of is across all of the prop firms, and not even about prop firms. I mean, you can get into brokerages as well. I mean, we know that more people are not successful than are successful. And the reason being is because there are so many things that make up becoming a successful trader. Obviously, you know, we have written down here proper education, support, risk management, community. This is all things that we're offering. But for you personally, you have to demonstrate a very, very high level of basically emotional management. You have to be able to handle the opportunities that are given to you in the form of we're trading in the market. There's a lot of opportunity. You obviously have to have a sound strategy and you have to be extremely disciplined. Now, the people that are making money with us, yes, some people are quote unquote getting lucky. They're hitting bigger payouts and losing the accounts. But the people that have been with us for months and months and months, they have very clear goals. They stick to their plan. And when they achieve that goal, they pull out. They don't continue to try to scale it up. They don't continue to try to, be greedy and make more. Like some people we've seen go up a ton of money, and maybe their goal was, I'm saying they went up a ton of money. Maybe their goal was higher than what they went up and they stuck to their plan and ended up, blowing the account or whatever, because they did stick to their goal. But in my opinion, guys, if you're up 10, 20, 30, 40, $50,000, have some sort of realistic objective that you go for. I know personally we're trading some accounts right now for some clients, and our goal is 20K. So when we get to 20K, for the month, we're pulling out, right? We're not continuing to trade. We're not going to say, oh my God, can I get this to 30K, whatever. So that's just kind of my take on it, guys. Don't be greedy. And then through our platform, this has kind of been our thing from day one. We're trying to give you guys the opportunity to build a trading empire. Obviously, we're going along with the theme here, but you really can build what we're calling your empire, your kingdom. And in my opinion, what that really means is getting withdrawals, putting it into a real, your own trading account that you can then trade, or putting that into other sources of other assets, other ways to invest, and ultimately creating, this financial freedom for yourself. So again, that's kind of the introduction of what we're trying to provide to everyone. Our mission, so we're trying to offer world-class technology. At the end of the day, we really are like a financial tech or a technology company at heart. So we're trying to provide definitely the best technology in the form of our dashboards, our website, and different features that we're trying to bring to you guys. We're trying to offer exceptional 24/7 customer support. So customer support is definitely from day one been one of the main focuses for our business. We see in the overarching in the industry itself, the customer support is pretty poor. So we saw that as an opportunity. And I say it's poor because I'm, myself, I was trading funded challenges. I was emailing support, going in the live chat, and it was just having a very unsatisfactory experience in doing that. So customer support, definitely a big thing for us. Also customer centric challenges. So we're trying to listen obviously to you guys as much as we can. And that being said, we'll go over this in a second, the rapid challenge. Us bring that to you guys over the last month was really just listening to what you guys wanted. Everyone wanted a lower target. They wanted quicker processing when it comes to going from phase one to phase two and to getting funded. So, it's something that we looked at, and people also wanted a better scaling plan. So we're always trying to listen to you guys. That's why we have the suggestion channel. And that's why we're always encouraging you guys to post in there and to post obviously responsibly. And then we're trying to become the destination for top talent. So as we're transitioning kind of our internal operations, and we're going to go into that later in the update. Basically, how it really works is the evaluation firm is the funded trader, and then we have the prop firm. Obviously, the goal is for you guys to make it to be trading with the prop firm, be trading our money. And in doing that, despite what everyone thinks, we are trying to look for the top traders. We're really trying to create that group of people who really know what they're doing and ultimately can trade our money and create another source of revenue for us. And we have a lot of people at this point that are trading our funded accounts. And at this point, we are in a position where we do have a lot of top talent that obviously allows us to, have a lot more opportunity and to create different sources of revenue. So that's definitely a big part of our mission. So company values, just keeping it simple here. We're a company anchored on integrity and transparency. You guys see me in the chat, every single day. I'm always basically being an authentic version of myself, right? I'm never kind of sugarcoating things. And for some people, especially in the beginning, there was a lot of pushback in doing that, because some people are like, oh, this guy, this guy's very we're this and that. And at the end of the day, this isn't, Walmart. This isn't the cookie cutter corporate company. We're traders. This is a company built by traders for traders, right? We definitely think that it's important for us to be authentic in who we are. And at the end of the day, in building this authentic community, There's going to be people that love what we're doing, and there's going to be people that fucking hate what we're doing at the end of the day. And that's completely fine, right? We're going to continue to provide opportunities to the people who really believe in the brands. And that's ultimately what's going to make us the strongest in the end. So definitely always trying to be very transparent. As you guys know, we've had issues that have come up over the last couple months. We've always been very transparent as to what's going on, because ultimately the goal for us is to continue to do what we're doing to provide these opportunities for traders. And if there is an issue, then we need to obviously address it so we can continue to move ourselves along kind of in this journey to getting ultimately to where we want to be, which we've talked about kind of briefly, but it's like creating a fund with everything that we're doing. So that's kind of the first value, the first pillar. Second pillar, we're a company with a responsibility to give back to our community. So every single month, we're doing giveaways, guys. We're posting a ton of content on the YouTube page, even more so in the last month or two. And we're really just trying to give opportunities to people that don't have enough money to do the challenges. We're doing the competitions every single month, which obviously there's been some, with the results of those, there's been some backlash. People want some change. And at the end of the day, we're trying to make those adjustments so that way those can be more competitive. But we are trying to give back to you guys as much as we can. This isn't just a money grab, for the founders of this company. We're really trying to build something that has like real values, so you guys can come to it and trust that the company that you're working with is something that you actually, believe in. And that's extremely important. I actually heard, I was listening to one thing, some podcasts, and like now more than ever, people that are working for companies, it's not about, or not as much about the salary or the, I guess the salary, the benefits, what it's really about the purpose. Like, do you align with the company's purpose? And that's what's going to be the most important. Because at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, you want to say, hey, I helped to accomplish this goal. I helped to change the world, in this way. So if Funded Trader is changing the world, if Funded Trader is giving back, we're about to announce some initiative we're doing for Ukraine and stuff like that. Ultimately, that's going to make you guys, more proud of working with us, which is extremely important. And then the last pillar here, we're a company that pursues excellence and simplicity in all aspects. So one of the things that why I'm super excited for Matt to come on board is because he definitely, embodies trying to pursue excellence in everything that he's doing, right? He's always working as hard as he can. He's very disciplined. And that's ultimately the people that we're trying to work with. Hold on, push this over. That's ultimately the people that we're actually trying to work with. Not just within, well, definitely within our own company, but also people that are within the community as well. Is like, we want to be working with the people who are winners, right? And what I mean by that is winners, if there's something that happens, maybe something happens with their account, maybe the server goes down, right? Maybe there's someone that comes in the chat that's saying something. A winner is not focused on the noise, right? The winner is focused on, this happened to me. It is what it is. And what can I do next to keep winning? That's what winners do. Losers complain, they blame people, they're constantly not holding themselves accountable. We all see that every single day in the community. We see people on both sides of the fence. Normally the winners are a lot more quiet, but sometimes they do come out. So we're looking to pursue excellence. We're looking to definitely embody that in what we're doing as a team. We're definitely building that culture, and it's definitely a culture trying to build with the community as well. And I'm just gonna leave it at that. Matt, if you had any other input that you want to give, feel free to touch on it. I gotta unmute you. Hold on. There you go.
Yeah, no, I think these are, you did a fantastic job, and I don't mean to go into this too much more, but just know, guys, this is something we take very seriously as a company. It's something we talk about almost every day, either at the leadership level with our team members. So we're always open to feedback. We're never perfect. We're in pursuit of excellence, but that doesn't mean that we're, perfect in our pursuit of that. So appreciate you guys bearing with us during this growth phase of the organization. There's a lot of really great things we're talking about in terms of product development and updates and things like that, some of the challenges and just transparency around where we are as a company. So Angela, I'll pass it back to you, but yeah, we really do look to live and die by these company values. It's very important. And it's also something I might even just suggest here too, right? Like, it's not just at a company level, at a personal level as well. And we invite you guys to embody these as well. You're extensions, right? If you're a funded trader with our firm, right? You're an extension of our company. We look to you guys to also embody these same values, pursue excellence and simplicity in all aspects of your life, right? Give back to your community, whether that's through community service, connection, support, and live with integrity and transparency. So we encourage you guys. We look to be the exemplar, but we also look to you guys to be an extension of the firm's values as well.
Yeah. And some of you guys, like I said, are getting massive payouts. And at the end of the day, money is going to come and go. You guys should definitely prioritize, what are the core values of yourself? Obviously we're trying to tell you guys what are the core values of our company. And, we're certainly not just trying to pocket all this money. We're trying to give back. We're trying to give people more opportunities, continue to expand the team, donate where we can, do giveaways. We're creating new opportunities that we're going to announce soon for funded people. So money is a tool, right? Money's a tool, and the skill set that you guys have, the funded people, to make money in the markets, it should be translated into the money becoming a tool for you guys to obviously impact, your community and people around you. Let's go ahead and go on to the next slide. So we've had an update this past month. So we've launched the Rapid Challenge. So touched on it briefly, kind of in the intro here, but basically in bringing this to you guys, again, we decided to listen to the people as much as we could. We wanted to bring something that was basically an improvement on the standard challenge. Obviously, the standard challenge has been very popular because of the total drawdown and the daily drawdown being one of the most competitives in the industry. But we definitely saw some areas where we could improve. And yeah, that's kind of how we went about building this. So let's go over what the Rapid Challenge actually consists of. So phase one, so you're going to get, when you purchase, you're going to get the account instantly. It's all automated. So you're going to get the account as soon as you purchase. And then in phase one, we've actually lowered the profit target to 8%. So that's kind of the main difference between this one and the standard challenge. The max daily drawdown has been moved up to 8%. And then the max daily drawdown is 5%. So unlike the standard challenge, when you pass your phase one account for the Rapid Challenge, you're going to get your phase two in 12 hours. Again, it's all automated. The standard challenge, you would get it in 36 hours. So processing time is a bit faster. And then in phase two, again, this is an evaluation model. So you're going to have two phases. In this one, you're going to be verified based on your phase one results. You're going to get a brand new account. You're going to have to hit a profit target of 5%, as most of you know. And then once you pass phase two, guys, as soon as you verify your documents and sign your traders agreement, you will be getting your funded account. Your funded account will be coming out as soon as these things are verified. This is something that people really were adamant on, is speeding up the processing time of getting the funded account. So literally, as soon as you guys, we have the new, we'll go over in a second, the new KYC process, which is all automated. So that obviously makes things a lot easier. So as soon as you guys get that agreement, do the KYC, like a lot of other firms, you're going to get the account pretty much right away. And then when it comes to the actual funded program or the actual funded account, you're going to be able to get your first payout within 14 days. This is a bit different than the standard challenge. So on the standard challenge, it's 30 days that you're going to get your first payout. So you can get your first one in 14 days. There's a different scaling plan for this one. Basically, if you make 10% in 1 month, you can withdraw that 10% and you can leave that 10% in. So if you have a 100K Rapid account and you go up 10,000 in 1 month, you can withdraw 10,000 and your balance stays at 110,000. So that's a little bit different for the scaling plan. And then if over the course of 1 quarter, 2 out of 3 months, you hit that 10%. So month 1, you hit 10%, month 2, you hit 10%, maybe month 3, you only hit 1%. You'll then qualify for 90% payout. So that's sort of the main difference, is the scaling plan, the quickness. You're going to get biweekly payouts right away, and also obviously getting the account much faster than the standard challenge. So we're super excited about this. It's just launched about a week ago, and we've already seen obviously a lot of people interested in purchasing this challenge. Some people might ask, what are the drawbacks, right? So drawbacks of it are just the drawdown is obviously different than standard challenge. the total drawdown 8%, standard challenge is 12%, obviously a big difference. And that's reflected in the pricing as well. The pricing is per what the drawdown is. So that's why the rapid challenge, when its original price, is a little bit cheaper. So super excited about that. And we're happy that you guys are able to get this opportunity with us.
Angela, we had 2 questions. I thought maybe you could just answer real quick regarding the rapid challenge. First was just what broker we're using. Obviously, we haven't yet launched a new broker, but if you want to answer that. And then there's just one other question I thought we could just quickly respond to.
Yeah, no problem. So is the rapid challenge phases on? So right now, all of the accounts are on Purple Trading. That's the broker that we are currently working with. So if you purchase a rapid challenge today, you will get a Purple Trading account. We do have the 8-cap integration built out. We're going to get into that in a second. So very soon you're going to be able to get the challenges on 8-cap along with Purple Trading for the time being. So that is coming very soon. And then what's the other question?
The other question was whether the daily drawdown limit is based on equity or starting balance on the day.
Yeah, so I would really suggest watching the video on YouTube that explains our drawdown. There's a whole Google Doc that's also in the caption, in the description, that goes over like 10 different examples and pretty much covers everything you could possibly ask when it comes to the drawdown. Since that video's come out, there's been significantly less questions about how the drawdown actually works. But basically, to answer your question here, it is going to be based on its equity. So if you go down in equity and you hit the daily drawdown, you're going to fail. The actual daily drawdown is always calculated off the initial balance. So if you have a 100K account and the daily drawdown is 5% for the rapid challenge, if in any given day you go down 5%, if you go down $5,000, you will lose that account. It doesn't matter if you're up 30,000 bucks. If you start the day at 130,000 and you go down $5,000, which is 5% of the initial balance, you will then lose that account. So we'll cover some more questions at the end here, guys. If you want, post them in here. Matt will be looking through, and if there's anything that we really do need to answer during the presentation, he'll bring it to my attention and we'll make it happen. So let's see, we've got company initiatives here. So we've got a few things that we've been working on, starting with some sub KYC. So we basically have integrated this into the website in the document section. What this actually does is it's streamlining our identity verification process. Previously, we had a support rep. They were taking your IDs and they were taking your proof of billing and whatnot, and they were basically, verifying your documents through a process that we had developed ourselves a little bit more manually. Our payment processor, and also just in general, we wanted to upgrade kind of how we're doing KYC. It's very important from a regulatory perspective as well, that we're doing very sound KYC processes. So SumSub is basically just an application or a company that we work with. They have an entire terminal that basically people can automatically get KYC verification on, very similar to some other companies I'm sure you've worked with doing KYC. So you submit your ID, you submit a selfie, you submit like a proof of address and some type of document, and it'll actually go through automatically, sense, whether, one of the things that's like amazing to me is it senses whether you're using like digital editing software. So if you're like editing the pictures, editing the text on your ID to reflect, for example, maybe you're under 18, and I've seen this where people are editing the text on their ID to show that they're like above 18. So that's certain things that we're catching. And then obviously when it comes to another thing that we're seeing is like some people are trading accounts for other people, and they're really sending a selfie and it's like a guy, and then the passport's like a girl. Like it's not you, what I'm saying? So yeah, it's very interesting. But this has been implemented. This is what's helping us basically speed up the rapid process, and we are looking into speeding up the standard process as well in the future. So that's something that we're definitely working on. So this initiative is live. You guys can see this in the website. We are currently asking all funded traders to revalidate their IDs by April 14th, and they're just documents in general. So you guys have been receiving emails about this. If you've already gone on sub and submitted your information, you have nothing to worry about. If you haven't done this, then if you try to withdraw a payout, we'll then ask you to verify your identity, before your payout will get withdrawal. So it's takes literally like 10 minutes, like just get on, do it as soon as possible. So just make your life and our lives like that much easier. So then we've got the Knowledge Center. Maybe Matt, you can comment a little bit on this.
Yeah, our Knowledge Center, we're pretty excited about this. It should be out either end of this week or early next week. But a lot of the questions we have on our FAQ site, it's one of our biggest resources that we use, especially when people are writing in through Discord tickets in our community or via our Knowledge Center. So if you got or within our live chat, so what we're doing is we're essentially importing all these FAQs into a Knowledge Center through Intercom, and you'll be able to actually search directly through our live chat. You can still obviously chat with our live support agents. It'll be more self-serve and it'll be taggable, so you can actually search, common questions, tags, etc. Pull up the information, and this is really a tool we're using from here forward once this is live as like our official place where you can go and review rules, statuses, updates, things like that. We'll be utilizing this. You'll see this update on our actual corporate website. You'll also see this go through on the actual live chat itself.
Yep. Yeah. And the FAQ as it stands now, I mean, we've done a little bit of reorganizing with it, kind of just doing standard FAQs, rapid FAQs, one step, and then just general, but it's kind of all over the place right now. So we definitely want to, like Matt said, bring this to another level, allow you guys to search kind of more effectively, and ultimately just give you guys an FAQ and knowledge center where you can go to and actually feel like you're getting the answers, that you need. And then it also for us reduce the amount of requests that are coming into the live chat. So we see it as being extremely important, obviously, or not obviously, but once it goes live, you'll see that there's some other companies that are doing something very similar. It's through Intercom. So definitely excited for this to come out. And it looks like at this point, Matt, we're looking to bring it out like more towards the end of April this year.
For the Knowledge Center itself,
Yeah.
it actually should be coming here this week or early next week.
Cool. Yeah. And as it comes out, guys, if you see anything in there, typos, right, anything that needs to be corrected, as always, just hit us up, create a ticket in the Discord, or just come onto the website since you're already there and just go to the live chat and just ping us and let us know, and we'll get it updated as soon as we can. That being said, go ahead.
I was going to say it's a good just final point there. It's a big project for us. We've got a lot going on, and so if you do see any issues, we've noticed one of the FAQs we made modifications to had an error in it. And we received a response around it through our live chat. Very helpful. So please do respond to us and let us know if you do see some issues or discrepancies.
Yeah, for sure. So next thing, security testing. So Matt, do you maybe want to talk a little bit about the security testing?
Yeah, and we've got another slide on this as well, which I'll go into a little more detail as well. But basically, security is our number one project at the moment. We're really doing a full overhaul of our entire security infrastructure. We noted this in our last update, and I'll provide some updates here in the next slide. But basically, we're in the process right now of implementing a full-scale penetration vulnerability test across our entire tech stack. So this includes Discord, third-party apps, our actual website, our backend dashboard. The full system has gone through this testing, the cybersecurity testing. And we're implementing right now a couple of solutions. Some small vulnerabilities have been found, nothing major, which is great news. But we're going to be doing this multiple times a year, and I'll talk through some of the other initiatives we're doing here. But this will be completed in the month of April as well in terms of all the resolutions that we've found in terms of vulnerabilities through our existing tech.
Yeah, I'm super excited to obviously get into it, and my background is in IT, and I'm trying to learn more about security as well. And Matt definitely has more experience than we do, so we look forward to you leading that initiative and kind of taking it to the next level, which everyone knows is extremely important. So the last initiative that we have is the TFT Traders Hub. So this to me is something that's very important to myself. I'm obviously trying to upgrade our technology as quickly as I can, and we have done quite the overhaul just over the last year. I mean, we're coming up on our 1 year anniversary of the funded trader. So just over the last year, we've done from the dashboard to the competitions to the website. We have done so much overhaul, but this is going to be, in my opinion, it's going to change the game. So the Traders Hub, what it really is, we're consolidating the WordPress and the dashboard websites. So right now, as everyone knows, there's one login for the WordPress. That's where you submit your documents. That's where you see your orders. Affiliate portal is on there as well. And that's where you can change some of your personal information. We are definitely trying to migrate that. So you also have the dashboard, you have the login for there. That's where you look at your accounts and whatnot, everything like that. We are looking to basically combine into one login. So you're just gonna go from our main website, which is very informational, to there's gonna be a login wall. You'll log into the Traders Hub. That's where you'll be able to register for competitions, look at the leaderboard, submit your documents, look at your dashboard, purchase challenges, right? You can obviously live chat on there as well. So that's gonna be, in my opinion, a game changer for us. It's gonna really streamline what our website is looking like. And this is gonna be coming in May of 2022. So it's currently in the design phase and it's being built out a little bit, but we're gonna move more into kind of development in the next week. So this is going to be ready for May 2022. So super excited about that. And then we're also going to revisit the website, potentially do a third iteration of it. I definitely like how the website is now, but we definitely see room for improvement because at the end of the day, we're trying to make the website as good as it can be and be the best really in the industry. So that'll be an initiative. It's not on this slide, but it's going to be most likely in our next community update. We'll talk more kind of about changing the website and what the timeline is for that. So that being said, let's get into the next slide here and I'll leave it to you, Matt.
Yeah. This is just the final thoughts on our security protocols. So just for everyone's benefit, we have engaged in a cybersecurity partnership with a leading security firm. So we're really excited about that. That's who's conducting our current penetration and vulnerability testing. And we're implementing all the solutions right now. So we're really eager and excited to continue this partnership with them. And in the bottom right, we're going to be doing biannual penetration testing with them. So multiple times a year, we'll go through a full system security audit and we'll be upgrading infrastructure through their recommendations and findings. On the bottom left, we have also, we will be implementing this month, or I should say in the month of April, a proactive vulnerability disclosure program. This is where we actually hire ethical hackers to bombard our systems and to see what vulnerabilities are occurring. And this is ongoing. So this is a very proactive way for us to go about discovering any new vulnerabilities. We're building a lot of new technology. We're installing new bots. We're installing new designs. There's a lot happening within the organization from a technology standpoint. This vulnerability disclosure program allows us to be proactive and hire some really high quality ethical hackers to come in through our systems, report the feedback, we resolve them. If we ever have anyone who does reach out to us suggesting that they have a bounty for a bug and they want a reward, we pull them through this kind of program. So we don't respond to people who say, hey, we found an issue, give me money and then I'll resolve it for you guys. We don't respond to those kinds of threats. We pull them through this vulnerability disclosure program. So I just want to make everyone aware how we handle security here and security, potential security threats. We don't acknowledge those. We pull them through a protocol that we've developed with a security firm. So we take that very seriously. And then of course, we're enhancing our community security with new roles, new permissions, new protocols within Discord, Intercom. Some of those have already been implemented. We're continuing to implement more security measures through our community here in the next couple of months. But again, I just want to highlight the fact that honestly, in the past couple of weeks, it's kind of amazing to see the level of security upgrades we've made. It's not that we weren't even not secure. It's just that by entering these partnerships and bring on firms like the ones that we have engaged with, it's just taking us to a whole nother level. So everyone can rest assured that all of our data, everything is pretty much in top shape. So we're pretty excited to announce this as a major initiative for the firm.
Yeah, and I mean, as we're preparing to continue to trade our money and whatnot, we want to make sure that obviously from a account perspective that all the accounts are as secure as they possibly can be, and we're putting into place contingency plans and other things. Because as we know, guys, huge tech companies get hacked all the time. It's not like it's completely avoidable, but at the same time, like Matt said, all of the partnerships that we're entering into are going to put us in a elite position when it comes to being able to manage, our security and really protecting our business, and protecting your guys' data, which is obviously extremely important, is of the highest priority to us. So yeah, that's that one. Let's go to the next one. So team expansion. So as I mentioned earlier, we've expanded quite a bit over the last couple months. I don't even believe like Adam's not on here. We didn't per se introduce him formally on a community update, but as most of you know, we hired a community manager about 2 months ago, Adam. Then we hired Matt about a month and a half ago, so he came on. But we've got some more people that have joined the team now, and maybe Matt, you can speak to some of them and what their roles are.
Yeah, so we're really honored to be seeing such a high level of quality of people apply to the funded trader. We will have more growth in the coming, over the next couple quarters here of the year. But first and foremost, we brought on Denis. Denis is assistant community manager. He's working directly with Adam, and he's assisting in all of our community engagement. You've probably, if you're in our Discord community, you're already seeing him communicating through there. Give him a big shout out. He's doing a phenomenal job. He's only on, I think, like week 2 working here with the firm, and he's just taking complete ownership of the role and really elevating Adam to more of a demand generation lead for us, which is exciting. It's just helping us grow our firm, expand, and really provide more resources to the team so we can continue to offer better technology and packages to all of our traders. So Dennis has been an amazing value add. We have also brought on 2 additional trader success associates, Duane and Juan, 2 really great guys. You'll see them if you have any tech issues. You'll see them in our chat for Intercom and Discord as well. For everyone who's applied, I just want to kind of highlight this really quick. I know I just saw it in the chat. Hey, when are we going to be responding to some of the support resumes that have come through? We have received an overwhelming amount of resumes and submissions over the past week. It's kind of blowing my mind how many people are interested in joining our firm. So first and foremost, thank you to everyone who has applied. Number 2, we're working through them. So it'll be this week that you should be hearing back from me directly. I'm the person who's overseeing all the resumes and submissions at this point, and we'll be able to provide you with more details on eligibility for the role, any of the open positions that we have currently or in the future. So that's happening. And then Florian is our business operations analyst. He just came in. You actually might even see him sometimes in Intercom or Discord as well. He's taking on kind of a multifaceted role within the organization, helping out in a lot of very critical areas, helping us operationalize some of the business, stepping in to take on some of the technical support and processing payouts. So a lot of the people who are getting payouts through the funded trader, our guy Florian is on it and has been just doing a stellar job coming in. It's a very tedious process, making sure that we're going through and everything's correct, the correct, Bitcoin wallet addresses, whatever it is, however we're paying, everything's completely accurate. Florian's been killing it. So if you do interact with any of these guys over the next week to 2 weeks, give a big shout out, say congratulations for joining the team. We're really proud to have them here. I think they're doing a great job, and we'll be posting regular updates on any future roles within the organization, as well as anyone who's already submitted a resume. We'll go ahead and provide updates to you guys this week. By the latest, early next week. Again, there's just been a crazy amount of resumes submitted, so it's greatly appreciated, but we'll get a response to everyone, I promise.
Yeah, Matt has been very surprised or excited, I should say, about the response just from simply dropping messages in Discord and Telegram, right? It's in a way overwhelming. And so many people have reached out to me personally and said, hey, I applied with Funded Trader, haven't gotten a response back yet. We are working on it. Matt's taking a personalized approach to reach out to everyone and let you guys know that we're in receipt of your resumes, that you're being considered. The one thing I just ask you guys is really just from a standpoint of not wasting your time and our time, make sure your resume has relevant work experience. If it doesn't have relevant work experience, let me just give you some advice when it comes to building a resume. Look at the job description that we put out there. If you don't know where it is, like ask us for it through the live chat, Discord, wherever. Look and see what the responsibilities, the objectives are for the job. And I don't care if you have had no job, maybe you have a garden, maybe you do gardening at your house, maybe you do volunteer work, something like that. Look at the responsibilities, think about your life, think about things in your life that are relevant to those responsibilities, and line by line, just list out things that are relevant. And that's how you're ultimately going to get an interview, guys. You're going to get an interview if we look at a resume and we're saying like, wow, this person, one is able to articulate, who they are and what they do, but their work experience is very relevant to what we're looking for. At the end of the day, like we're trying to bring on someone who's going to crush it. We don't have bias on who we're bringing on. You know what I mean? We're literally just trying to hire the best possible candidate, and that's it. Like so many people are messaging me and they're like, I need this job. I've done this and this. I reach out to you every day. That's not what's important, guys. What's important is what is on the resume that's relevant to the job that's available. And even with Florian, I'll comment on this. Florian is an extremely highly qualified candidate who's worked with me in another company as well. And I knew at one point we wanted Florian to come onto the team, but there wasn't an opportunity for him. And there was other roles that were available and Florian applied and he just simply wasn't selected. And then finally, there was an opportunity that lined up with his work experience. And obviously I've experienced working with him before that, and he lined up with the work experience. So it was like, then it was Florian's time. He officially is hired and now he obviously has started. So we are going about our hiring process really professionally. We're trying to work with people who are obviously going to help grow our business, but that also fit our culture. We did identify that Denis, Duane, all of these, Juan and Florian, all of them have fit what we're looking for, and in having conversations with them. And at the end of the day, that's kind of what's most important to us. I mean, we're coming to work every single day. We don't want to work with people that don't align with our company's values, because that's going to pour into the customer support. It's going to pour into the work they're doing for payouts, for other operational tasks. So that's kind of how we're going about our thinking process. So extremely excited. Big thank you to Matt, obviously, for you helping us put together a lot of the job descriptions and really mapping out the roles. That's really what Matt's job, one of his jobs is. He's a man of many talents, I must say. But one of his responsibilities, he's doing some HR. He's coming on, talking with me, Carlos, seeing what we're doing. And it's like, okay, you guys are handling this. This is a role that we can build out that can do this, not only do this job, but can kind of take it to the next level, own it. To the end of the day, if I'm doing 100 different things and Carlos is doing 100 different things, we're probably not maximizing what our potential is on the main things, that we're actually good at. So yeah, big thank you to you, Matt, for helping onboard all these people.
My absolute pleasure. It's one of my, I love building companies. I love building people. So, it's something I'm very passionate about, is really thinking through the culture in which we're creating here. It definitely starts from the top down. And of course, it extends out to those that are joining us as funded traders, but certainly those who join us as team members as well. So just to echo Angela, it's, we look at relevant skills and experience, but we also highly value if you're a culture fit for us. So every person you're seeing on this screen went through a pretty extensive multi-round interview process with us. It's not just, hey, here's a resume, we evaluate it and we offer a job. We go through multiple rounds of interviews with qualified candidates, and oftentimes it's with more than one person here at the Funded Trader. So it's a very professional process, multi-staged, and we do look for people skills, communication skills. Do you show up on time to the interview? Do you send a thank you message with a recap after the fact? Everything matters. Every single element of your interaction with us. We even look back, hey, have you submitted support tickets with us, and how have you treated our employees? Right. So we're really serious about the people we bring into our firm. We love really high qualified people. So again, I'll respond to everyone who has not yet received a response by the end of this week, early next week, the latest. So thank you guys for your patience.
Yep. So let's go on to the next one. So Funded Trader stats and metrics. So this is going to get very interesting. I know everyone wants to see some stats, especially over the last month. So let's take a look at how the funded traders are performing, how we're growing, and everything like that. So our current number of funded trader payouts to date is about 2.6 million. This might not seem a lot in comparison to what some other firms are doing, but we have definitely grown at this point to a level which is in comparison to what some of these other kind of Goliaths are. And you're going to see that in terms of kind of what our payouts have been over the last actual month. So our total amount of funded accounts right now stands at about 507. New funded accounts in March is about 223. Obviously, this number fluctuates quite a bit, but we're starting to get, like I mentioned earlier, a good nucleus of traders who actually are extremely profitable, that trade with very good strategies, and ultimately are going to allow us as a company to continue to transition and trade more of our money, potentially bring on investment, just expand kind of what our revenue sources are as a business. So I am just reiterating, we are looking for top talent. A lot of people that trade these prop firms and have opinions on them think that they're all just in the game of everyone losing. But I'll tell you this, there is extremely high potential for the people for having top talent for our business to grow exponentially beyond what people think that prop firms actually make money on and everything like that. So we are definitely excited about this number growing, and I expect in April with the rapid for this to grow even more. So let's get into total payouts since May 2021. So we've had about 464 payouts. To give you an idea of how much this has grown over the last month, we had 100 payouts. So we had pretty much, we had 25% of our payouts, maybe a little bit less, 20% of our payouts just in the last month. So obviously we're growing, as you can imagine, at an exponential rate. We've got percentages here. Average payout is about $5,800. Median payout is about $2,430. 71% of payouts are between 1 and 5K. 12% are between 5 and 10K. 11% are between 10 and 25K. 3.4% between 25 and 50K. And then a small portion are above 50K. We've had several payouts that are above 50K, an 88K payout. We've had 120K payout, but definitely in comparison to the other payout sizes, definitely not as significant in this graph. So people are obviously getting paid. A lot of people are getting paid out. I can imagine with the biweekly payouts, it kind of reduces the payout amount because you're getting paid out more frequently. So keep that in mind as well. But definitely some interesting statistics to go over. So that's pretty much all the statistics we're going to go over. There's going to be others shared in email to you guys. So every single week, one of the new things that we're doing, and you probably might have seen this over the last couple weeks, is Adam is preparing a weekly, basically data or statistical email that goes out, showcases one trader that's been profitable that week, what his strategy is, what pair he trades, his win ratios, everything like that, his lots. So we're starting to do more weekly updates. We're going to also do a monthly statistical blog post, talk about things like payouts, the failure rate, accounts pass, everything like that. So we're trying to get we're trying to be as much of a data company as possible. We're trying to give you guys more information because I know that you guys are definitely curious. So moving on to the broker update. So this is just, one of the topics that we're always talking about. People are so interested in what's going on. With this, we want to go over kind of just general updates and timelines for the TFT broker. I see some questions in here, Matt. If you see anything that you see as relevant, feel free to bring it to my attention. I was trying to do a scroll through. I didn't see anything too pressing, but yeah, if you see anything, we can just chop it up over it.
Perfect. Yeah, I'm logging all the questions here for us to answer if you have time at the end.
All right, cool. All right, so let's go on to this. So recent challenges with the broker. So in our pursuit of obviously onboarding our own broker, you guys that have been with us for for quite a while now. We were working to bring you guys voyage markets. Unfortunately, we hit some kind of regulatory like roadblocks when it comes to bringing that to market. And we went over this in previous community webinars, so I won't get too into details, but here are a few things that are challenges that we're working on: regulatory terms. So just when we're identifying partners to work with, just different terms in regards to like how they're actually wanting to structure our deals and whatnot. Identify the best partner, customer friendliness. So obviously, if someone comes to us and says, "Oh, I don't offer MT4, MT5, and C Trader, I offer Boogeyman Trader or something," like we don't want to work with some random platform. We want to make sure that the platforms and the offering is something that the clients really want. So that's also something that we're considering in having all these conversations with potential partners. And then just setup in general when it comes to kind of timelines and everything like that. We want to make sure that some of the things that are going on when it comes to setup are realistic and are in line with the timelines that we need to obviously make our business continue to expand and everything like that. So let's get into some of these challenges. Let's go to the next slide here. Let's talk about where we're at, kind of where we're going, and everything like that. I saw someone ask a question earlier. It was like, will TFT is like 8cap the end game, right? Is 8cap the last kind of broker that TFT is going to work with? And that's a very good question. So let's start here to the left, kind of scoping. So just kind of to walk you guys through the process of really trying to partner with somebody. So internally, we're as a team. I personally, as a CEO of the company, I'm constantly making connections, reaching out to new potential partners, new vendors. If you are someone that's a company that wants to partner with us on the call or even rewatches this, reach out to me personally. I'm always open to talking and seeing kind of where we can align if we have similar synergies and can work together. But as an internal company, as an internal team, we're scoping out the projects. We're seeing what should be the final deliverable. What's the timeline? What's the resources? What team members should be involved? Obviously, we've gone through the scoping process quite a while ago when it comes to actually putting the broker together. We are constantly revisiting it as we're learning more things, because we're constantly learning new things about this industry, about our operations, and really ultimately about how we can reach our ultimate goal internally as a company. So constantly going back to this scoping, but for the most part, everything has been scoped. Development. So the building and development of our brokerage solution, product management, meetings, team updates. So right now we say we're here in the testing phase. So this is kind of, I'm going to map out like phase one. So we've gotten access to 8cap. We have what we need to integrate with our dashboards and our automation. So we've made sure the instruments, the leverages are all set up correctly. There's one thing that we're testing. People pretty much know this. They've said this in the Discord already. There is a delay on 8cap on TradingView, not all the time, but sometimes with certain pairs. And people know this. 8cap's used for other firms as well, and they've had this issue. So we're kind of doing our due diligence to like really make sure we know what times of day this is a potential risk, how significant of a risk it is, if it has been resolved to this point. So we've been taking the last few days really to dive in and see like, does 8cap have any of these issues, any of these delays? Because we obviously don't want to bring a product to market to you guys that's going to have anything wrong with it, because then it's going to be a complete support nightmare. So 8cap is currently in the testing phase right now. So it's connected. I have an account with them. We've given Blake an account with them. Carlos has an account with them as well. So we're in the testing phase, just making sure. It could be done as soon as today, and then challenges could be purchased, or it could take up till Friday to continue to test this and really make sure that everything's the way that it needs to be. So definitely exercise patience, guys, when it comes to this, because we don't want to rush this out there. And I think you guys can even just see on this presentation, and Matt can even maybe talk to this, like we as a company are trying to slow down in order to speed up. We're trying to take things, get more organized, be more professional in everything that we're doing. So that way we can move, more quickly, or just more with more purpose, more confidently, and we'll end up making a lot more progress that way, as opposed to kind of in the beginning as a true startup, we was a lot of fast moving, making decisions on the fly, this and that, right? We're trying to take a step back and really handle everything when it comes to bring a product to market in a very like professional manner. So that way there's not, as any issues, because for you guys that have been with us from day one, there's from time to time, there's always small like issues that happen. And the more that we spend internally mapping all these issues out and testing, the less you guys are going to experience, which is obviously going to improve your experience altogether. So currently in the testing phase, that should go live, like I said, within the next couple days. A lot of people are asking right now about, will ACAP be available before the end of the promotion? Promotion's ending like tomorrow or tomorrow night. So ACAP's not going to be available, at least from my perspective, before the promotion's over. That being said, if you do purchase phase one of the challenge on Purple Trading and ACAP becomes available, you can always message support before you start phase two, and you can get an ACAP account sent to you instead of Purple Trading for phase two. Once we actually go live with ACAP, all of the funded people, once it's ready, where we have to work on, you guys have heard me talk about live conditions. We're going to be putting live conditions on the funded group. So that way it's simulating slippage and real market conditions for our sake. At that point, we'll be transitioning all of the funded people from Purple Trading into ACAP. That'll be done over the weekend. But ACAP really is, in my opinion, our end game, because the way that I look at it is ACAP is mentors for myself and Carlos. They're going to teach us how to really run the internal operations of the brokerage much better than we would do it on our own. We'd obviously over time figure it out, but I talk about this even in the Forex League stuff, is it's always better to have a mentor that's done what you're trying to do before. So ACAP does this. They work with prop firms, they work with brokerages. So they're going to set us up and really just help take us internally to another level, help us generate other sources of revenue with the data that we do have, which is obviously extremely important for our business, and operate from like a regulatory perspective as cleanly as we possibly can. So there's no potential risk of regulators coming at funded trader and saying, hey, what are these guys doing over here? Is this run legally or whatever? So we are thankful that we are able to partner with them. And again, ultimately they are the end game. And I say that because eventually, this is kind of phase one, get the challenges on there, get the funded programs on there, start to do the prop firm side of things on there. And then ultimately we'll open a white label with them and we'll rename it. It'll no longer be ACAP. It'll be a white label for funded trader. And then, kind of progressing to that stage of everything. And then once we launch a white label, we'll also basically be able to offer opportunities to retail traders as well. So you guys will be able to deposit, trade live, with standard account, other accounts, like just brokerage accounts. So that's ultimately kind of what the end game with that. So working hard on this, we're, again, appreciate the time that Matt's putting in to help us along with that project. He's still learning and getting up to speed on a lot of the terminology and all the different lingo that goes into having these types of conversations with these vendors. But guys definitely been crushing and helping us out. And obviously Carlos, myself, and then even Blake has been involved a little bit with the brokerage side. Definitely, we're putting the pedal to the metal to get this thing out there as soon as possible to you guys.
And Angela, one more good question here is, when ACAP is implemented, will the location of traders be an issue? He's spoken to them on their support and they said they don't allow certain countries yet. How would it work being funded through TFT?
That's like an amazing question, honestly. That's one of the questions you should be asking. I think too many traders are opening accounts and like literally just have no idea if they're trading, legally with what they're doing. So to answer your question, because of the fact that we're set up like a prop firm, basically you guys are just purchasing from our quote unquote technology or e-commerce company, the evaluation company, a challenge, right? And then you guys are trading demo accounts throughout the entire time, throughout phase one, phase two, and when you're actually funded. So the fact that you're trading demo accounts, and this is also a critical part of all of this from a legal perspective, you're not getting paid out one-to-one on the profits you're being made. You're actually getting paid out for like 80%, 85%, right? You're getting paid out 95%. You're not getting paid out 100%. So that way there's no actual swap fee involved, which doesn't categorize us paying you out as a broker. So that's something that we've learned about recently. That's extremely important when it comes to all of this. And then remember, we're the ones with, it's our capital. So we're basically connecting the data, connecting all the demo accounts to our coverage account. And then we're deciding, to take trades and to do everything like that. So the trader in this situation is actually us. Like the trader is our business. We have an offshore business. It's going to be our business that's going to be doing the trading. So that's the regulatory piece of it. That's extremely important. Is we need to be the ones that are able to trade with 8cap, right? Or whoever we partner with, whatever. We as the traders need to be the ones that can work with them. So to answer your question, that's you're just because we're working with ACAP or Nash or Purple, that doesn't affect you. You're literally you're categorized as a contracted employee, of the funded trader or, the other entity. And you guys will receive your income, in dividend or whatever. You'll get paid out per what your contract is. And you guys at the end of the year will receive a 1099 or W-2 or whatever. And then you guys will, whether you have that income coming into a business, or I know right now we don't do that, but or personal, you guys will work with your accountant to get that all figured out. So yeah, to answer your question, you guys are good from that perspective. And I think that was Lamarck, right? Cool. So I think, yeah, I think we answered your question there. So let's move on. Let's go to the next slide here. Good news, celebrating wins, milestones, and achievements. So we wanted to kind of end off the presentation, just delivering some good news to you guys. I think it's important to always kind of end things on a positive note here. So one of the things, our current number of Trustpilot reviews, we've hit over 1,100 Trustpilot reviews, which is considering we've only been open for a year. I mean, that's a substantial gain in reviews, and that's a testament to our support team and to the leadership and everything like that. So maybe I'll even give Matt an opportunity to comment on this as well.
Yeah, this is pretty remarkable. We're really honored, and really the gratitude goes both ways. There's, from a leadership standpoint, we're very grateful to our employees and our team members who are being the fronts on the support side. You don't get 1,100 Trustpilot reviews by offering terrible customer service. So we really do appreciate our support team. And then of course, we appreciate all of our traders, like everyone who's in our community, everyone who's engaging with us, everyone who believes in the funded trader, who's joining us on this mission. We really appreciate you guys, because honestly, the recognition you give to our support team, it means a lot. You wouldn't believe it, but honestly, being a member of our trader success team is one of the most difficult positions we have within the firm. We see burnout, we see exhaustion, we see sometimes mental challenges, because people aren't always the nicest, I'll be honest, right? Like people sometimes don't realize that there's real human beings on the other end of the chat, and they come in and they say some really aggressive, threatening, just vicious things. And it's very challenging. So to see our support team come back, and we always try and train them and coach them on how to, step back, take a deep breath, respond accordingly, or escalate the issue to our team. When those things happen, we're still getting great reviews, because we can actually even de-escalate really challenging situations. So just want to highlight here, this is like an incredible stat. It's one of our most important stats from a customer service standpoint. So thank you guys for this. And I'm sure we're going to get to 2,000 Trustpilot reviews in the coming months, just given the growth that we're having. But we're really honored to have you guys share your transparent feedback. And of course, and we'll show on the next slide, not all responses are a 5 out of 5. But they're pretty damn well near 100%, which is insane. So we can kind of go into that slide too, Angela, if you want to kind of share some more stats on the. Oh yeah, this one comes before that. So if you want to kind of share details on this, I thought this was cool, Angela. And you're muted, Angela.
Here we go. I got this train chewing in the background over here. So I definitely, someone said that's really great. We double that soon. It's going to double soon. It's going to continue to grow. Like Matt said, I mean, the sheer volume of positive reviews, it's not a testament to me. It's really a testament to our support team. Our support team is amazing. You know, Matt's helping manage them like now, and Carlos also originally is the one that built it and oversaw it. So he's really doing a good job. Carlos doing a good job, and at the end of the day, all of the employees are doing a great job. And we just wanted to share with you guys kind of how we're communicating within our team. I put this message out to all of our kind of the whole team recently when Blake dropped his video doing the top 7. Maybe you guys saw the video. He put us at number 2, and that wasn't kind of just a grab or like a marketing thing. Like he really believes that we're driving a tremendous change in this industry, in this market, and offering great opportunities. And that's why he put us there. So let's just kind of go through this. I'm going to read through. This is what I typed out and sent to everyone. So we officially made the top 7 list for prop firms on Blake's page. Guys, that has always been our goal. Obviously, we want to get to the top. But last year when that video came out, obviously we weren't on the list. We had just kind of got launched. That was kind of the North Star for the entire year, was how can we hit all of these things that Blake's telling us we need to do in order to qualify to really get on that list. So this is really a huge accomplishment for us. So I said, although Blake is a partner, he has ultimate integrity in what he speaks on with his YouTube. And that is one of the reasons we originally inquired with him to create this company with us. The leadership team has worked tirelessly to constantly improve, revise, and support all key business functions. And I'd like to specifically thank Carlos for everything that he does across all functions, as without him, we simply would not be anywhere close to where we are at today. So guys, Carlos is an integral part of our team. He's not as customer facing as I am, or even Matt is now, but Carlos is really the glue behind everything that we're doing. He's extremely important. I can't even say this enough. So if you guys are ever have the opportunity to interact with Carlos, we ask you to, 1, exercise patience, because the guy's always doing 100 things. But 2, you know, just to maybe shoot him a thanks, or, you know, some appreciation, whatever, because he really is driving tremendous change, you know, within our company and for you guys as well. All right, so to Matt and Adam, who started more recently, I can confidently say your impact already can only be explained by the word incredible, especially during trying times. You've been able to generate massive impact across the organization. So guys, when Matt started, there was literally like all hell was going on. There was things falling from the sky. There was so many issues happening, and that's not how we were always running, but it just so happens that the week that he started, there was a lot of things just going on and a lot of things that needed our attention. So Matt got thrown right into the fire, and he kind of knew what he was getting into, because startups, you know, it's fast paced. There's a lot of things that need to be improved, especially one like us, which is exhibiting tremendous growth in such a quick period of time, right? There's all these things that we talked about briefly that we're integrating with these vendors and security and all these things, right? We're trying to get everything and really professionalize our business. So him and Adam as well, because Adam, if you guys haven't noticed, content's been on fire, right? Messaging has been on fire when it comes to communicating to you guys what's going on. He's chatting with you guys in there. He's doing interviews with funded people. We know you guys have given some feedback about his interviews, but I can say that Adam is someone who really is passionate about the funded trader. He's passionate about working with us, and in general, just the whole entire prop industry. Adam is someone who is just like a prop industry, I guess, expert, or he's a subject matter expert, because it's really just something that he's very interested in. So we're lucky to have Adam, we're lucky to have Matt, both of them driving tremendous change. Last but most important, we did not get here without all of our reps, supervisors, and managers. The support and ownership of all key tasks every day over time has added up to the momentum and growth that we are seeing with our company. So Matt talked about this like a little bit. It's like everything that we do adds up to this momentum, right? Momentum is not I do one thing a day. I do multiple things a day. I handle my work with integrity. I'm constantly holding myself accountable at a certain level. And this is something that we are seeing with the support team, hands down. So thank you to Mohammed, who has grown incredibly in his role and continues to redefine what it means to be an employee, carving out the path to being an integral partner with our leadership management team. Thank you to Nahi and Matt, who have been here literally since the first day. Without your support, continuous effort, we would not have recently received, I put 1K, but Trustpilot reviews. So these guys, Nahi and Matt, have been literally in the support channel since before we launched. Like they've been here since day one. To Matt's point, some of them are a bit burned out. We're looking to get them more breaks. We're not trying to run throw them into the ground here by any means. So we're definitely looking to give these guys some some leave when it comes to that. So to all their employees, Aman, Dodd, Rajab, your work does not go unnoticed. We look forward to seeing you grow in your roles. To our new employees, you guys had just seen them previously in the webinar. The time to make an impact and drive changes now. All employees will receive a bonus. Will be contacted privately about it. Great job, everyone. So that's just what I had sent out to our team. And again, like Matt was saying before, this just aligns with what our values are. We want to recognize every time a team member is contributing at a high level, we want to reward them. We certainly don't want to, overwork people or anything like that. We want to let everyone know that everyone that's working with the funded trader, it's not just me, it's not just Matt, it's not just Carlos. We're a collective unit that believes in a higher mission, a higher goal, and we're all working towards that goal. And that's why we've been able to get there. So maybe if you want to touch on this at all, Matt, if you have any comments.
Yeah, it's just remarkable. And I just want to give, obviously, the only person you don't see having a shout out here is Angela, because he's the one giving the shout out, right? But I honestly, I joined almost 2 months ago now, a month and a half ago, and I've known Angelo now for over a year. And it's just, I wouldn't have joined the Funded Trader had it not had incredibly sound leadership, certainly at the CEO level. But him and Carlos are extraordinary people. I've never seen a company that's growing this fast, button up this fast, but also be as transparent and have the kind of integrity that they do. So big shout out to Angelo, because none of us would be here today had Angelo and Carlos and Blake and Nick not decided to do this. They're really leading the prop firm space, in my opinion. We're gonna be number one soon enough. I know it. It's kind of insane what we're accomplishing in just such a short amount of time. This year is going to be insane. We're going to provide more regular updates. You guys get to be on the journey of the growth, which is kind of cool. We're going to be sharing updates about how we're building the company. So you're kind of getting behind the scenes stuff, but a lot of this you're not getting with any other founder, right? Like Angelo is a founder who's very public facing, who's being very transparent. And I just want to give Angelo that shout out, because to have that kind of culture, again, it really does start from the top down. And that's what attracted me in my role to come here and to join full time. So Angela, thank you for everything that you're doing. And certainly Carlos is just mind blowing as well. I mean, he was sending emails at 3:30 in the morning. I'm like, I'm waking up to my inbox. I'm like, this dude's working at 3:30 a.m. I know he was like, when does this guy sleep? You guys are like robots. So yeah, guys, you guys are like monsters. It's very impressive. It's very impressive.
Yeah, and that's why I think when it comes to our leadership team, we certainly respect and we look up to some of the other competitors that are in the space. But at the same time, although we're young, like me and Carlos, we definitely know that we have an edge when it comes to the work that we do. Whatever we know, we won't get into that, but we definitely feel as though we have an edge. And I think it just comes down to, we're very passionate about what we're doing. We understand fundamentally at a very high level what needs to be done, what needs to be executed on. And to Matt's point, our values are very aligned in how we're trying to run this business and this culture and continue to drive change in this industry. So let's keep it going here. Let's move on to the next slide. Let's see. We grow and succeed. Give me 1 second, Matt. Do you maybe want to just touch on this? I'm having someone knock.
Yeah. So I mean, just the end of what we're kind of sharing here is that we're going to grow and succeed through our profound commitment to each other, to the firm, and to our clients. So I guess the real takeaway, hopefully, in this entire presentation today, we're going on 90 minutes. It's commitment. It's commitment to making sure that we're creating something that's going to be here for a very long time. Commitment that we're going to pursue excellence. We're never going to be perfect. And so I do appreciate you guys having grace with us as well and expressing grace, because we're not going to be perfect, right? Like there's going to be issues. There's going to be challenges. There's going to be confusion at certain times. You're going to be reaching out to our support team and maybe we're not handling things as quickly as you would hope, and things kind of feel like they're on fire. We're doing as best as we can. And I really hope that you guys see how committed we are to attempting to build the world-class company in this space. That's really what we're trying to do, and set a new example for what it means to bring professionalism into the prop firm industry, to bring another competitor at the level and beyond of FTMO. That's really where we're heading. And so appreciate you guys, and hopefully you guys are just as committed to us as we are to you. And we always welcome feedback on how we could be doing better. So don't just think that this is just intended for us to celebrate how awesome we are. That is not the case. We do think we're doing a great job in certain elements, but we can always be doing better. And we're always looking to push through our most recent celebration. So whatever we're accomplishing today, we're always looking to not stop there and just break through that new plateau and get to the next level. So that I would just share those notes, Angelo.
Yeah, and like, to me, guys, like, not to blow smoke up all the leadership teams, you know, whatever, but it's like Matt, Carlos, myself, Blake, you know, Nick, everyone that's involved, you guys should be looking at how we're moving, right? How committed we are to what we're doing. This, Matt knows, is like, this ultimately is how you become successful. This is how if money is important to you, this is how you make a fuck ton of money. You know, if changing the world is important to you, this is how you change the world. Like, the level of commitment that is necessary, guys, you need to sacrifice almost everything, right? To really have profound change, to really drive profound change, you need to sacrifice literally almost everything. And we know that the traders who are successful, sure, some of them are getting lucky, but the people who are on here and are consistent, like, they are very methodical in what they're doing. They're making sacrifices. They've made sacrifices for probably a substantial amount of time, right? There's a reason why there's a group of people who are at the top, and there's all those people that are not doing, you know, successful. And, you know, ultimately, as we have some more initiatives and some future community updates, you know, we hope to actually provide some education as well to these people, to help them get to a higher level, so they can be more responsible in kind of what they're doing and their trading and everything like that. So let's talk about the giveaway. So save the best for last. We're gonna do a giveaway. We're gonna give away 150K, 100K, 100K, 200K account. And let's get into the rules. Like we mentioned before, we're always trying to do giveaways. We're always trying to give back. So let's actually get into the rules on how you guys can get involved in this. So this giveaway is going to take place from March 30th until April 8th. One of the main things that's going to be involved in this giveaway is going to be our community survey. So we're going to get into how you guys can get into that. But first rule, subscribe to the Fun to Trader YouTube channel. So if you guys are on here, make sure you guys subscribe. We're going to post this on there. So if you guys are rewatching, make sure you subscribe. Comment on the community update video. So post a comment on this video. We'll be posting this on YouTube rather shortly. And then third is going to be complete the community survey. So we've done, like, I think it's like a 10 question, 11 question survey. We just want your guys' feedback on some things on the dashboard, the website, the broker, the Discord, a few other things as well, the YouTube. So we just want your feedback, because that's ultimately how we're going to improve this company. So these are the rules for the giveaway. I'm going to be posting it in the Discord as well. We'll post it on Telegram. It's going to take place throughout the first week of the month. The winners will be announced on the 8th, and you guys will then get your free challenges for the winners.
Yeah, and we'll you know, the link to the community survey will be included in the notes, the description of the YouTube video. We'll be posting, you know, as Angela said, in Discord, Telegram, etc. We're also sending out an email to everyone who subscribed to our email list with all these details. And I actually think, you know, Angelo, it'll run from March 30th to April 8th. We'll probably announce the actual winner on the 10th. The 8th is a Friday. So we'll go throughout the entire day of the 8th, and then we'll announce the winner that Monday on the 10th. So it's just for everyone here. Best of luck to everyone. Really appreciate you guys taking the time. Angelo, do we have a few minutes we have some questions? Do we have a few minutes, or would we rather answer those offline?
Let me see. Yeah, let's answer those offline.
No
Yeah,
problem.
we gotta hop in. We got some other. So if you guys have questions, maybe, you know, send us. I know Matt put together a list of questions. Maybe even just post below the video on YouTube if you have a question. We can answer it on there as well. But this is honestly, in my opinion, been the best community update to date. It's been incredible to see kind of the growth in what we're doing. And, I can't say enough, big thank you to Matt, big thank you to the team. But also big thank you to all you guys. Your guys' support is really what's making all of this possible. You guys in the beginning, like it's mind blowing to think in the beginning how much of a chance everyone gave us with this company. And obviously now at this point we're looking forward to returning the favor literally times 1,000 to everyone. So big thank you to everyone. We appreciate you guys hopping on. Like Matt said, we'll get this posted on YouTube. We'll get the instructions posted in the Discord, in the Telegram. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it from my end.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. Appreciate everyone hopping on here for the full period. Enjoy the rest of your week, guys.
Yep. And we'll catch you guys next month for the next community update. Look out for updates all throughout the month. And yeah, enjoy the rest of the day, everybody.